Good morning, students. Hope you all are fine at your home. Have you completed your notes? If not, please complete it. Okay. We are continuing with the fourth lesson. Fourth lesson is such a tough chapter comparing to other ones. So please pay more attention to this chapter. Write and study each and every programming syntax. Okay. So what we have studied in our previous class? We have done two different programs. One is using same eval and input function. We have find out the sum total of angles of a polygon using the equation called S equal to n minus 2 into 180. Next, we have moved to another category, a different program by using conditional statement called if statement. If is used to check whether a condition is correct or not. Okay, so that we are using conditional statement called if statement. So a syntax was like this: if a particular variable greater than 50, then our output will be print selected. So I have concluded last class by saying something. If this condition is incorrect, what will be our output? So that we can expand this conditional statement if to if else. Okay, if else. So the syntax will be type here else. Don't want to specify the condition, put same colon. Here also there is a colon. So give this dots colon. Then we can give the incorrect condition. So what will be our output in printing statement? Here it is selected. So what will be here? Not selected. So in double quotes give not selected, or you can give any grade, anything you can give. Here you have to give the or condition. Okay, so it works like this. If I am entering 20, so if 20 greater than 50, so what will happen? The condition is wrong because 20 is not greater than 50. So this condition will not display. It will automatically move to the else condition. Okay, what to be displayed in else condition? Not selected. So if the condition is wrong, if the condition is incorrect, it will automatically move to the else statement, and the output will be this corresponding printing statement. Otherwise, what will happen? If the condition is wrong, no output will be there because we are not specifying this else condition. So both correct statement, it is displayed using if conditional statement, and for the incorrect statement, this if is expanded to else condition. So this is the conditional statement called if else. Okay, to check whether a condition is correct and incorrect. If it is not correct, it will automatically takes the else condition, and the displaying output will be you are not selected. So let's do that program by using Python, ideally software. Okay.
So this is a previous program, finding or examining the score using the conditional statement if. So if you run this program, what will be the result? If you run this program, the answer will be enter your score. So I am entering a score 80. What will be the answer? You are selected because the condition is 80 greater than 70. Then displaying statement is you are selected. So 80 is greater than 70. The condition is correct. So that the output will be you are selected. Now I am going to again run this program, and I am going to enter the mark which is less than 70. So let's see what will be the output. So I am entering 50. 50 is less than 70. So now our condition is if it is greater than 70, then print you are selected. So what will happen if it is less than 70? See, no output will be there because we didn't have specified a condition for that particular statement. We only have specified the condition if it is greater than 70. So what will happen if it is less than 70? So that we must specify one condition which is another conditional statement, or if we want to use another statement called else statement. Okay, so for making a statement correct, we can use if statement. So if the statement that you examine is incorrect, you will not get an output. So that we can use or we can expand this statement into if else statement. Okay, this is the conditional statement, if else statement. So press enter key. Then you can see the blinking cursor is now here below the printing statement. But one thing to be noticed is that when we are giving if else statement, if and else statement must be at same position. Okay, so press backspace key in your keyboard so that you can see now cursor is here. So specify the else statement, E-L-S-E, else, press colon. No need to specify again the condition A less than 70. No need to give that, because if it is greater than 70, it will automatically print the statement. Otherwise, or if it print, or it will print like this, you are not selected. Okay, type the word, type the sentence, you are not selected. You are not selected. Close the double quote, close bracket. Okay, so now we can run the program. Click on run module. Okay, so they will ask a score. I am going to give 30, which is less than 70. So what will happen? You are not selected. So if the condition is correct, which means we are entering a score here. Based on that score, evaluation takes place. We have specified eval function here. So that score, if it is greater than 70, that statement is, if that statement is correct, then the answer will be you are selected. And if the statement that we are examining is incorrect, what will be the output? You are not selected, because we have expanded our conditional statement if into if else statement. So one thing to be noticed is that both if statement and else statement must be in same tab position, must be at same position. Don't type like this. Don't type like this. Must be at same position like this. Okay. No need to specify here A less than 70. Don't want to give like this. If you specify like this, there is no issue in that. But it will, the working condition will be, if the statement is not correct, automatically it will print like this. So no need to specify the condition again. Okay. One time specify one condition, else it will print like this. You are not selected. Okay. You can give A less than 70. Then you can give type like this, you are not selected. So in the else statement, remove this not, you are selected. So the condition you can give up to your choice, no issue in that. So one time the condition is wrong, it will automatically print the next statement. Okay, so this is a program. Okay, so if the condition is correct, you are selected. Otherwise, else statement. This is the manner in which conditional statement if else work, to check whether a statement is right or not. Okay.
So hope you all clear about the conditional statement if else. So now we are moving to next category of Python program. So in the previous programs and all, we are using different variable to store one value, isn't it? If it is A, we are storing our entered score. If it is S, we are entering a particular school name. So like that we are using variable, single variable to store different values. Now we are moving to group of variable. So if like that printing numbers from 1 to 10 or printing odd numbers. So we'll get corresponding numbers 2, 4, 6, that even numbers, then odd numbers 1, 3, 5, etc. So there is a group of numbers. So what will you do if such group of numbers occurs? So let's move to next category. In your textbook page number 52, there you can see one function called range function. We are using range function in order to print group of numbers, okay, or group of variables. By using that range function, we can print a group of numbers. So let's see how to specify this range function. For example, it is given like this in small letter, type range, R-A-N-G-E, range in opening and close bracket. If it is given like 10, range of 10. So our output will be what? Will print the start number of printing will be 0. Okay, up to starting at 0 will print like this, 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 9. Okay, 9 numbers will be there. It will not print 10 numbers, it will print 10 numbers, but the starting number will be 0. So how many numbers are there? 10 numbers. This is what indicate range of 10. So if it is 11, range of 11, what will be our output? Always starting number will be 0 because the starting condition we didn't have specified. So the starting value will be 0, 0 up to 10 will be printing if it is range of 11. If it is range of 20, what will be our output? From 0 to 19, 20 numbers. From if it is counting from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10 numbers. That is what? Range of 10. Starting value will be 0. In this range function, 3 type of categories are there. First category is specifying a single limit. Okay, this is what known as limit or range. Up to this number will get the corresponding number starting from 0. Next category of range function is range of, we are giving the starting value. We are specifying the starting value and put a comma. Then we are specifying the end value. Okay. So what will be our output? Here we didn't have specified the starting value, so that the start value will be 0. But here we have specified the starting value as 1. So the start value will be 1. Then 1 increment. Always 1 increment. 3, 4, 5, etc. up to 9. Okay. Below 1 less than this 10. So that will be our output. Up to 1, 1 to 9. Okay. Because starting value we have specified here. Then up to 10. 10 is not count as a output. So up to 10. Okay. 1 to 9. Then third category. In third category, what is the difference? We are giving start value, then less than condition, then increment value. The third value is increment value. So 3 values are given. One is starting value. Second value is less than condition, less than 10. Third value is increment value. But in the previous categories, we didn't have specified this increment value. That's why automatically takes 1 as increment. 1, 2, 3 like that. But here we have specified the increment value as 2. It must be given as the third value. Okay, this is the order. You must study the order. Start value, less than condition, increment value. Okay, so our output will be start value 1 and the increment is 2. So next value will be 3, then 2 increment 5, again 2 increment 7, again 2 increment 9. So here it stopped because less than 10. It is the less than condition. Here the second value is there. So it indicates less than 10. So here 9. But here what increment value is not given. So if the increment value is not given, it will automatically start from the value, increment value 1. Here also didn't have specified the start value, so that it takes automatically 0. Then increment value also not specified, that's why automatically takes 1 as increment. So here is the actual condition inside this range function specifying 3 different values. First value start value, second value less than condition, less than 10. Okay, if it is less than 20, I am changing it like less than 20. Here I am specifying 2. Okay, 2, 20, 2. So here start value 2, less than condition 20, then greater increment condition 2. So what will be our output? Our output will be start value 2. So 2. Again increment value 1 increase. What is the condition? 2. So 4, 6, 8. Because the increment condition is 2. 8. Then 10. Then 12. Like that up to Less than condition is 20. So it will stop when it reaches 18. Okay. So like this, three different range functions are there. It is specified in your textbook. So study this. This is to indicate group of value. In order to display group of values, we are using this range function. Okay. Three different categories. Study that. In most of the cases, we are using the third condition in order to print odd numbers, even numbers up to a particular limit. That limit is specified middle. Okay. This is start value. This is increment value. Here, the increment value is not given. That's why we are taking 1 as increment. Here, the start value and increment value not specified. That's why start value is taken as 0. Here it is less than condition, less than 10. Okay, it is considered as the middle value here. So start value and end value, increment value is not specified. So start value will be 0, less than 10, increment by 1. Okay, so hope you all clear about different range function. Study this. There is a homework question for you. Page number 47. Page number 47. Find the numbers using range instruction. Though you can see a table of three different category and the value will be different. So try to do that activity. Okay. If it is like this, no start value and end value. Start from 0 up to this 10. Here if the start value is specified, start at 1. Increment will be 1 itself. If there are three values, first value, start value, second, middle value, less than condition, up to 18. So here it is 20, so up to 20, which means 18. 19 is not printed because it is incremented by 2. Okay, after 18, if it is increment by 2, our value will be 20, but the condition is less than 20. Okay, not equal to condition, less than 20. And the third value represents the increment value. Okay, so these are the three different categories of range function. Hope you all clear about today's class. Today we have discussed about two different category. One is conditional statement using if-else condition to check whether a condition is right or wrong. Then again we have moved to another different category. In order to print a group of values, we are using range function in Python. So range function, three categories are there. We are specifying the start value and the middle value represents the less than condition and the end value represent increment condition. There is a homework for you. Page number 52, activity 4.7. There is one table. Though you can see some instruction and denoted numbers. One example is given to you. Likewise, do other categories of instruction. Okay. So these are the two different categories. If else, it is a conditional statement. Range, it is a group of, for printing group of variable we are using range function. So for different purpose, we are using different programming instruction in Python. Okay. So study well. It is a tough chapter. I am repeating again and again. Write and study the programming syntax and the use of each function. Okay. So hope you all clear about today's session. We'll see you in the next class. Thank you and have a nice day.